If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Every setback is an opportunity to grow if we take the time to reflect, find out what went wrong, and use our experiences to move forward. Sometimes the questions are complicated and the answers are simple. Day after day, we stuck, nor breath nor motion, as idle as a painted ship upon a painted ocean. Once you had put the pieces back together, even though you may look intact, you were never quite the same as you'd been before the fall. One must reach out and try to grasp this astonishing finesse, that the value of life cannot be estimated. Truth that came too late was as useful as a meal to a dead man. There are no traffic jams along the extra mile. All opinions are not equal. Some are a very great deal more robust, sophisticated, and well-supported in logic and argument than others. Learn to live deeply and realize that all experiences, good or bad, are transient, and opportunities for liberation. All things remarkable are surprisingly simple, albeit difficult to find. You need to have faith in yourself, be brave, and take risks. You don't have to have it all figured out to move forward. You are what you believe in. You become that which you believe you can become. We live in an age when unnecessary things are our only necessities. Don't worry about the challenges. Get excited about the rewards of crushing them. A rainbow is not afraid of showing its true colors because it knows it is beautiful inside out. Losing your life is not the worst thing that can happen. The worst thing is to lose your reason for living. The man who alters his way of thinking to suit others is a fool. Even in the loneliest moments, I have been there for myself. Only the hand that erases can write the true thing. At some point, you just gotta forgive the past. Your happiness hinges on it. When one experiences truth, the madness of finding fault with others disappears. Fear defeats more people than any other one thing in the world. The progression of time is inevitable, nor can it be controlled, but we can control what we do within the time available to us. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. Don't let the fear of losing them keep you from loving them. What you don't know won't hurt you. A dubious maxim. Sometimes what you don't know can hurt you very much. If you don't behave as you believe, you will end by believing as you behave. Do not wait for life. Do not long for it. Be aware, always and at every moment, that the miracle is in the here and now. The danger today isn't believing there are no sick people. There is only a sick society. Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it isn't so. You often feel tired, not because you've done too much, but because you've done too little of what sparks a light in you. Morality is simply the attitude we adopt towards people we personally dislike. Every block of work has patience inside it, and it is the task of skills to discover it. The butterfly counts not months but moments, and has time enough. An unexciting truth may be eclipsed by a thrilling falsehood. There are a lot of things I wish I would have done, instead of just sitting around and complaining about having a boring life. At some point, we all look up and realize we are lost in a maze. What you do is what matters, not what you think or say or plan. Goal setting is the secret to a compelling future. There's nothing wrong with not understanding yourself. The goal is timeless. Chase the moment, and you lose. Successful people don't have fewer problems. They have determined that nothing will stop them from going forward. The unhappiest people in this world are those who care the most about what other people think. Never feel shame for trying and failing, for he who has never failed is he who has never tried. Misconceptions play a prominent role in my view of the world. It all starts with a tiny, stupid idea. Then one thing leads to another, and suddenly, you find something amazing, yourself. Nothing's a better cure for writer's block than to eat ice cream right out of the carton. If you've never eaten while crying, you don't know what life tastes like. It is quite simple to live a life of progress, have a vision, and be committed to the process required for success. Life starts out with everyone clapping when you take a poo and goes downhill from there. The day you become old is the day you're not looking for new experiences anymore. Appreciation has tremendous power. A beautiful thing is not beautiful until someone appreciates it. Ask not of things to shed their veils. Unveil yourselves, and things will be unveiled. The bird of paradise alights only upon the hand that does not grasp. People will not remember what you did for a living. They will remember how you touched them with kindness and loving. Facing it, always facing it. That's the way to get through. Face it. You defined your own life. Don't let other people write your script. A faith that cannot survive collision with the truth is not worth many regrets. The teacher who is indeed wise does not bid you to enter the house of his wisdom, but rather leads you to the threshold of your mind. Life isn't worth living unless it is lived for someone else. The moment you stop trying to become a better person is the moment you start to become worse than what you already are. You have forgotten the one who doesn't care about ownership, who doesn't try to turn a profit from every human exchange. That's the thing about life. A lot of the time, it isn't easy at all. We just have to try to make the best of it. If I work hard enough, there will be things I can do tomorrow that I can't do today. Better to die fighting for freedom than be a prisoner all the days of your life. Never allow others to create your world, because if you do, they will always make it too small. I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. The most wasted of all days is one without laughter. People are not lazy. They simply have impotent goals, that is, goals that do not inspire them. For my part, one know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of the stars makes me want to dream. Life's like a painter's palette. Just when you've got everything worked out, the colors change. Follow your heart. You may go astray, but your life will find its direction somehow. Paradoxically, though it may seem, it is nonetheless true that life imitates art far more than art imitates life. To read is to empower is to write is to influence is to change is to live. I hear my silence talked of in every lane. The suppression of a cry is itself a cry of pain. We are all insects, groping towards something terrible or divine. A dead thing can go with the stream, but only a living thing can go against it. A whetstone, though it cannot cut, may sharpen a knife that will. Life is a dream from which we all must wake before we can dream again. If we don't change the direction we are headed, we will end up where we are going. Courage is feeling fear, not getting rid of fear, and taking action in the face of fear. Whether you try too hard to fit in or you try too hard to stand out, it is of equal consequence. You exhaust your significance. Freedom is the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. The hardest battle you are ever going to have to fight is the battle to be just you. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Ignorance isn't always the problem. Sometimes, it's also the solution. It depends on how you see it. I'd rather hear an ugly truth rather than an obscure lie. Fitness is vital for sports person. I never take it for granted. My fitness mantra is healthy eating and daily exercise. Learning how to detach in a healthy manner will save you from a lot of things that don't even align with your journey. So many things are possible as long as you don't know they are impossible. Life's greatest gift is the freedom it leaves you to step out of it whenever you choose. It is safer to search in the maze than to remain in a cheeseless situation. Other people's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. Guilt is a feeling that you owe a debt that you're not paying. The path to success is to take massive, determined action. Acquiring wisdom is great, but it is not the goal. Applying it is. I wish to tell the truth, for truth always conveys its own moral to those who are able to receive it. Amidst a crowd of friends, a search for truth begins, to find the few who stand by through thick and thin.